I love so much.
Is it like a gun, sword, spear? Did I just? Oh no! Did I just?
It's really.
I'm so
It's not.
sorry. Your face looks so defeated. All right, hello guys, welcome back to the Two Latin Brothers podcast, the podcast where we talk about entertainment and our daily lives, brought to you as a day-by-day comedy. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
And we're back at it again with yet another episode.
Yeah.
We've been, watching a lot of things, but one specific thing we're going to talk about right now is the new Guardians movie.
Bro, for start, how's your week been?
We can get to that after.
I feel like you're rushing through the episode. Like,
you
gotta get it done.
We can talk about that after.
All right, fine.
There's stuff to talk about.
Fine. Tease it a little bit.
All right. Guardians.
All right.
So my week went pretty much like that's beyond a tease. You don't even know what I'm saying right now.
The confusion is real.
We can call this confusion number 4, number 5, 6.
Okay. Anyway, getting back to the point. So, Guardians.
It was a movie.
Yes.
So here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the day we watched it.
Yeah.
It was Amazon Prime Day.
Right.
Okay. Now our sister has
Amazon Prime. Right.
So she looks at us and goes, pick something, pick things that you need or want.
Yeah. So
that way I can order them.
Right.
So I take my, my trusty phone.
Yeah.
Start looking on Amazon.
Right.
Right. But we're doing this as we're watching the movie.
Yeah, which I think was a bad idea.
It was a terrible idea.
Right.
So I barely remember a lot of the movie.
Right, because you need to rewatch it.
Because I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I also did get enough to understand what happened.
Right.
And I did get the beginning and the wrap-up. It's the in-between that I don't have. Right?
Right, okay. So I actually found this Guardians movie a lot more serious. Like, it's like there was some comedic aspects, but it was more of a serious film.
Oh yeah.
And some really like messed up stuff that happens. And it's telling Rocket's past and his story and how he got to be Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
How he got his name. All this stuff. It's a lot of backstory and building and who he was, how he was so smart and all this stuff, although I never explained that. But it was interesting to see. You also get, new characters. It was an emotional film.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Actually, we were watching it with our whole fam, and our father was like, after the film, he was like, at one point, I forgot he was a raccoon.
Yeah,
like because
they humanized the characters so well.
I felt it. Like I forgot it was a raccoon, and I go right. Like I felt that too. At one point, I forgot he was a raccoon. Obviously, it's that speaks volumes when someone who's always like, it's too much CGI. Like I ain't about it.
Yeah.
But then they go, oh no, I felt that. That was So it's definitely interesting to see that play out. But also, I like the way, like, some of the dynamics between the characters.
Mm-hmm.
It was more apparent, but there were also little things that kind of give, like, it was, like, deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Because the relationship between all of them, they treat each other like family.
Because family.
So they bicker like family.
Oddly enough, and Diesel's involved.
Yeah, obviously. Never get away from it. No. But the way that the characters bicker with each other, it's like a family. And, and it's all about that, right? That dynamic of a family. And it's like at the end, it's a little tearful, but it was, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. For the most part.
From what I remember.
Honestly, like, my keyboard's dying. Yeah. Okay, so I need a new keyboard. So realistically, I was watching a YouTube video. I had one earpiece in. I was watching the YouTube video and watching the movie. And then I ended up ordering a keyboard that wasn't fully sized.
Yeah.
And doesn't even have arrow keys.
Yeah.
Which I kind of utilize for my work.
Yeah. So you're
So I'm just chilling. You know what I mean?
So you're gonna return it and get a new one?
No. I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably just gonna keep it. Let's be real here. If I need arrow keys, I got my actual laptop. Right.
Yeah.
There's no complications in that.
Okay.
Let's be real here. Sometimes I'm so stressed and I'm like I just want to get stuff done that I'm using both keyboards just because like my brain's just trying to collect
itself.
Yeah, collect itself. So
right. Okay. So okay. Wait. Let me pull the Rotten Tomato score for this. Because I haven't looked at it, if I'm being honest with you. And from what you remember, what would you give it?
87.5.
87.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I was about to look at it.
It's 91, isn't it?
No, I'm gonna give it like you said 87?
87.
I give it like an 85.
85?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what does it say?
Oh, let me hit search because I had it like typed out.
Yeah.
So let's just hit search. It is an 82.
82.
An 82 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
IGN gave it an 8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 4.1 out of 5. And IMDb gave it an 8.1 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I mean,
for the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie with this cast.
Yeah.
I'm like, honestly, after at the end of the movie, I genuinely felt like you could tell.
Yeah.
Like as the movie was ending, some of the expressions in the actors' faces, it's almost like there was like this underlying tone of, this is it. Like this is the end. And it's almost like if the realization of it's happening.
Yeah.
Which was kind of odd at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was like, whoa, like what's her name? Mantis?
Yeah.
She has moments where like there's just like really odd undertones. Same thing with Drax's character.
Yeah.
With Chris Pratt's character. Yeah. Even Nebula's character at one point.
Yeah.
It's like this weird undertone of like, man, why does this have to end? You know?
Yeah.
It's odd. It's very odd to see play out, but at the same time, it's
Yeah, for sure. I mean, from the most part of what I gathered, yeah, I could see those undertones. I could definitely see those undertones. I mean, the movie, I feel like the pacing of the movie was very good for someone who barely pays attention.
Yeah.
Like what that I found, like I still got the full story.
Yeah.
Like I know what happens at the beginning, the middle, and the end.
Mm-hmm.
That on that part, they did an amazing job.
Also the soundtrack.
The soundtrack and the fighting sequences.
Yeah.
They did like some little camera like slingshot motion.
Yeah.
Which was that was fancy.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, but the soundtrack again, always peak soundtrack.
Oh yeah. We finally reached the 2000s. Sounds great.
Yeah.
So that's the Guardians.
Yeah, that was the Guardians.
That was the Guardians. I love how I said we're watching a whole lot of stuff, but we are watching anime.
I was just gonna jump ship and talk about Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Secret Invasion.
We're watching Secret Invasion. We're 4 episodes in.
Yep.
Because there's only 4 episodes out.
Yeah.
As of this week. Some plot twists that have been just
not really crazy plot twists, but plot twists.
Yeah, some were expected and others were like, whoa.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the show feels to me, Secret Invasion feels very neutral.
Yeah.
Like the pacing I don't know if it's just me, but like the pacing feels very like a setup.
It's because it is set up.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay, so the idea is the movie is set up for, I think, Captain America 4.
Okay.
Which is also, ironically enough, titled New World Order.
Okay.
So based on what you know on the show, kind of gives you that idea. But also, it's also set up for, I think, one of the Avengers movies too.
Okay.
And then then they have the Secret Wars, which is coming out.
Yeah.
I'm
excited for that.
Yeah. And apparently it's set up for something else as well. So there's for Armor Wars with Rhodey's character. So there's definitely a lot of things in play.
Yeah.
And things that they're trying to tie in. So I feel you kind of feel the stakes, but at the same time it's kind of like because I know there's more to come.
Yeah.
Like this is like a bridge that's leading somewhere else, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like
yeah, but I feel like the pacing should be a little quicker. I don't know. It just feels like
like I don't know if you noticed, but every episode gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yeah,
like the very first episode was
like if the
almost
clock's
an
running
hour.
out.
The second episode was like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
The third episode was 45, and this last episode was 35 minutes.
I don't know
credits.
if the clock's running out or if it's just quite simply the budget's running out. But I mean, it's Marvel Studios. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one or the other. But it's really funny because like I've noticed like the time of the episode is just like, getting shorter.
It's a pyramid.
The last episode's gonna be like 10 minutes.
It's gonna be peak. It's literally gonna be peak.
Yeah. Because
it starts big, smaller, peak.
Yeah, and there's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
So they got a lot. I mean, I feel like the last
episode, 20 minutes.
I feel like the last episode might be like a little longer.
It'll be like, what if they're just waiting to basically make the last episode like a movie?
Right. Yeah.
Like an hour long.
Yeah.
An hour and 15 minutes.
That would be pretty intense if it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down.
I mean, me too.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you, my guy?
Yeah.
And it is challenging to. Obviously, because obviously with the limited budgeting, but all that stuff. And currently, right now in Hollywood, they have a writer's strike and an actor's strike.
Yeah.
Actually, the producer of Marvel, Kevin Feige, came out and said how he's kind of disappointed because every Marvel project has basically just been on hold.
Yep.
Like everything is on hold. He's like, and we have timelines.
Yeah.
Because they're a machine, quite literally. So like we have timelines, we have stuff. Meanwhile, like on the other end, Disney's got their whole like Star Wars thing that they're doing with TV shows. All that stuff's been on pause. Luckily enough, the thing with The Mandalorian, apparently the next season's already been written or something like that. I can't remember where I read that.
Oh, that's good.
So I think I read that like right after the last season ended.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I'm excited for everything, honestly.
There's so much stuff going on. And then, but you want to talk about anime real quick, so go for it.
I already forgot what I was going to say for anime.
Okay, we've been watching, we finished Dr. Stone's season, which is pretty good.
Yeah, and then we recently finished the Demon Slayer.
Right, season 2.
We had really delayed watching that. But it was good.
It's good. It's because the new season came out, and the new season's almost done. Actually,
yeah, I know.
Or I think it finished last week, so we got to binge through all that. We've been holding off lately on certain animes, and we're still watching One Piece, but we're not.
We haven't watched it in like 4 days.
Yeah, we haven't watched it like 4 days because we have lives. What's the other anime we're watching? I Got a Cheat Skill.
Yeah,
we got 1 episode of that left to watch.
Masamune Revenge. We said we were gonna restart that last time,
and we still haven't restarted
it.
What's the next thing? Farming in Another World.
Yeah, Farming in Another World.
4, 5 episodes into that.
4
episodes into that. I don't 5. I think it's done actually.
Oh, great.
I think we're 4 episodes. I don't.
Well, at least we know we have something to finish.
I don't actually remember, if I'm being honest. What else are we watching?
Anime.
I think there was some stuff we wanted to start.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted us to start, but we haven't watched it. We just haven't had time, honestly. And then, just like on the uptake, I guess, or it's just so many stuff going on. I'm doing my thing. You're doing you. Just.
I don't know.
It's a mess.
There's so many different things.
I'm supposed to give a book update this week, and I've got none.
Wow, that's intense.
No, I got a bit of an update, but it's not big.
It's not big?
Yeah. Should I just give it right now?
No, you guys can stay tuned, and after you hear this messages, we'll be right back.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Two Latin Brothers Podcast. You thought there wouldn't be a commercial, but there is. So make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you guys right now.
And we're back.
We are back.
All right, so
book
update. All right.
This is what you guys were waiting for. Find out what is happening with Adrian's new book. What is the title? He still doesn't know. We're going straight into it.
You were literally asking me earlier this week about that.
Yeah.
What's the title? And I told you how I had a working title.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like it. So So obviously I need to rework it, and I told you.
But let the people know. What's the placeholder title?
Okay, so right now the file it's called. You want to know the file name?
Yeah.
Book to be.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
The foreshadow.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's gonna be a book. Oh my gosh. You know what? That file that needs to be framed, printed out.
Yeah. But currently I have the working title that I wanted to give it that you don't like is Stormbringer.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there are a lot of books with this title.
Yeah.
After I came up with it, I was like, this has been used already. I need to come up with something new.
Yeah.
And then you go, I don't like it. You need something.
Yeah, and then I just said it reminds me of Stormbreaker.
Yeah, from
going back to referencing Marvel.
Yeah, I know.
This is a great segue.
Right. So, I try.
Yeah.
So we definitely. I definitely need to rework the title. The other issue is that I don't really know what else to call it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll come to me once I'm close to the end.
Yeah.
Because once I get to because how when you write you slowly peak. When I get to the peak,
you're just describing exactly what we're talking about. Secret Invasion, right?
Yeah. Okay. So when
pyramid.
When you hit the pivotal point in the plot,
the climax.
Yeah. Yes. The climax.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone needs to reach climax every once in a while.
Okay. Well,
the book.
What I was saying,
yes,
is that when I get to that point, I will probably have the title.
Okay. It's going to be something as significant as the bunny hopped. And you're going to be like, bunny hop. No, I'm kidding.
I was thinking of giving it an anime title. You know how it's that
time I
But
did he reincarnate?
No. So
it'd be like that time I saved the world inside of everything.
No, that one time I saved the planet, but it wasn't really my planet, it was another planet, and that one time it's
okay, well, no, from the moment you say that one time, the title ends.
Yeah.
And that's book 2.
Yeah. So but it's that one time I tried to save the world, but it really wasn't my world, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. I keep saying that for the anime concepts, there needs to be an anime about that time I reincarnated as the cameraman. That needs to happen.
Yeah.
And the other day we were mind blown about the refrigerator.
Right,
or what was it, a vending machine?
Yeah, that one time I reincarnated as a vending machine.
Oh, how did they pull that one off?
I don't know.
Someone purchased it?
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know how that's an anime.
Is it infinite refill? So this guy's just a
slot machine.
Basically opening it up again and again and again, and every night he wakes up, he's got new merchandise.
It gets refilled.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know how.
My creative juices are everywhere. So
okay, well. Anyway, going back to the book.
Yeah.
So I've reworked some chapters.
Yeah.
Actually, there's this one chapter where I have the main character
a main character
fighting another character.
Oh my gosh, a character that's fighting a character. No, it would have been a character fighting an item.
Okay, but it's okay. So I'm taking a lot of inspiration from every anime fight you've watched. Every piece of media I've ever consumed.
Yeah.
In some way, it's correlated in this. And there's hundreds of thousands of things I've consumed over the year.
Yeah.
At one point, I describe a sword, and at one point I'm like, that sounds like a lightsaber. erase the whole description.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, just wipe it.
What if you gave it? What if it was a lightsaber with shape?
Okay, so anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Okay, so there's this big
sword.
Fight scene, right? Battle Royale style.
The last one standing. So Hunger Games.
Yes, but it's a little different because it's.
So you're writing the Hunger Games?
I'm not. No, because the way that the fight scene happens
is the Hunger Games.
Okay, so the way I've explained it is people can die. There's a possibility. But they do everything in their power to make sure you don't die.
Okay.
So there's really the only stake is to prove that you're the strongest.
What if I just snipe you?
Okay,
can you bring me back?
There's no guns.
You're doing everything in your power to bring me back.
There's no guns.
Who said I was using a gun?
No one's
I'm sniping.
No one.
I'm still sniping.
Okay, so
you can try and stop me, but I'm still sniping.
Okay, also the way that
is there bows?
Okay, so here's okay. Listen.
That's sniping.
Listen. Okay, listen. So in this battle arena,
no weapons.
I have a bunch of elementals fighting each other.
Okay.
So there's like everyone's just like blast of fire, like water, whatever.
I can still snipe you with a
okay,
pebble.
no, the way you can possibly die is like a tsunami hitting you, so that you can drown.
If I take off your head, will you just attach it?
Bro, I haven't gone that deep into it, honestly. And
okay, well, that's something you should ask, because the fandom or the fan base is gonna question these things down the line.
Okay, well,
and you gotta have an answer.
I know
for when you're doing those book signings. Listen, I have a question. What's the question? And you're gonna be like, I don't know. And you're gonna be like, what?
I'm gonna be like, that's an interesting idea. Maybe I'll write that into the next book. But
I would be happy that you took my idea.
No. If someone brings that up, if someone brings that up, I'll be like, you know what? I'll think on it, and in the next book, I'll find a way to explain it. You know?
Wow. A man listening to the audience.
Yeah.
You know how many people are gonna say stuff, and you're gonna be like,
well, no. I mean, no. If you walk up to me and go like, "What if you get sniped?" That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Because in the circumstance that we're in the
elementals can control any, like, the elements.
Yes.
So if I control a pebble, refine it, pressurize it, and then flip an avatar your butt, whoop you.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, right. So, all of them are untrained elementals. So it's like
the untrained elemental.
So everybody's in the room essentially untrained. They lack coordination. I mean, obviously there are some who have been trained.
Okay.
And I emphasize that because, everybody, like it's.
So that one guy who's trained, he just show up.
But
he'll be like.
He's not sniping people. He's a fire elemental.
Fine. Okay, fine. He's a fire elemental. Compressed. Fire.
But the way
propulsion. It's like a flipping laser. It's like a ray beam. Just. There goes the head. There goes the body. Incineration.
Anyway, getting back.
I'm giving you great ideas right now. I should be writing all this. This is gold material.
No, it's not. It's because
getting sniped.
No, it's because it ruins.
This is why I would survive the hypothetical.
No, it's because it ruins the plot development of the book.
Okay, well, you gotta have someone.
I also power.
Do you have somebody who's like an absolute powerhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's made like a quarter appearance thus far.
Okay. Now, does that person have an assistant? Or disciple?
No. Okay, so technically I have two powerhouses.
Okay.
Well, realistically, there's like 24, but I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, relax.
There's like 24 of them, and the main character...
Can you name them all off the top of your head?
Oh, no, sort of.
Oh, he hasn't worked them out yet?
No, it's not that I haven't worked them out yet. It's just I'm not sure when it comes to the power scaling whether or not...
Who's the strongest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's it. I can see the fandom now. Setting up posters. I see the riots.
It's like a like when you have Goku.
I can see the Reddit arguments right now.
Okay,
Goku versus the Hulk. Wow, I think I've distorted my microphone more than once in this recording, so I apologize. So I'm just gonna, and then I'm gonna talk like this.
I think you turned your gain up.
No, I didn't. Oh shoot! I think I might have.
You dirtbag.
How? I don't even touch my gain though. Anyways, yeah. So you're gonna have a lot of distortion. Yeah, for a lot of that.
9 minutes.
I get excited and I start yelling.
9 minutes of just unaudible.
9 minutes of it sounding like a 9-year-old playing Call of Duty.
You suck. Anyway,
for those of you who can now hear me, I'd like to formally apologize on behalf of the headphone, earbud, AirPod wearing, looking like a chicken.
Okay, well, anyway, going back to what I was saying, right?
Uh-huh.
So I have to work on like power scaling and making sure like it's achievable.
Do you have a power tier?
Sort of.
Okay. Do you have a power class?
Yes.
Because it's the difference between power class.
Yes.
And power
Okay.
tier.
So basically, I have like there's like top, then there's like half top.
Is it like anime? S rank?
No.
SSR?
I don't use that.
Is it A B C D E?
I explained this to you already. How it's color coded.
Okay.
It's colors.
Okay. So yeah. But like,
okay, look.
That's weapon based.
Mm-hmm.
Is it person based?
Yeah, it's person based. Yes.
So it's weapon based and person based.
Okay, so it's okay. So here's
because I've watched things before.
I know,
where
but
they're like the weakest one.
Okay, look. So here's where it gets really complicated.
The weakest one is actually
this is where it gets really complicated. Okay, because I have like mythical weapons. and then I have and if like you're able to use, so I'm using the Thor concept. You know, with the Yolmir, like only the worthy one can pick it up.
No.
So like
I'm not worthy.
Okay, well that's what I'm
kick it and I break a toe.
Okay, what was I saying? So basically, every legendary weapon, you have to be worthy to use it.
Okay, I'm not.
So like every weapon, every weapon that's ever been listed.
Okay.
So we're talking like like Yolmir and like the Sword in the Stone sort of scenario,
Excalibur.
right? Yeah, Poseidon's Trident, right? So like all of these things that exist.
The scabbard.
In okay, well, for starters that does so. That's like DC. I can't get it.
Anyways.
Yeah. So all of these like legendary weapons that exist in normal mythology. You have to be worthy to wield it.
Okay.
Wield it, and if
am I? According to
you're
analysis.
not worthy.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know.
Could I work to be worthy?
No. Okay. So here's the thing, right? So
what are the requirements of worthy?
Okay. So it actually comes down to whether or not you're born of a specific lineage.
Okay, so it's not even but I feel cheated.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Because of the way the world is, a lot of people. This is where the main character comes in, and he kind of like causes like a shakeup because he's worthy of one of them, and no one knows who he is or where he came from or how he exists because he's not even from that place.
Okay.
So that's kind of where all the mystery kind of starts.
Okay.
Right, and then
so is this a coming of age story?
No, because the main character is like 18. Okay.
Well, he can come of age. Maybe he was a little immature, and then rose.
I mean, anyway, so I have that, but then with the colors, right? Okay, so I basically have like top, like okay, so there's the color scheme, then there's like the in between color scheme. And then there's like the like the superior.
So like the subcategories.
Yeah, and then there's like there's one more level above that one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna name them because that's plot development, so those will remain unnamed.
Okay. But just know there's secrets out there.
Right. Yeah. So so basically there's this color scaling, and I've also had to create. I guess some would say it's a magic system, but it's not a magic system.
I heard magic system.
It's not a magic system.
So it's a magic system.
It's not a magic system.
So it's a magic system, but refuse to call it magic.
It's not magic because I give it a scientific explanation behind it.
Okay.
So like I did like real world like I've been.
Okay, so you made a pseudoscience and don't want to call it magic.
Yes, I made a pseudoscience and I don't want to call it magic.
So it's just magic.
It's not magic. All right. I've actually.
Do you have characters with magic?
There's two characters in magic.
Okay, so it's not magic.
But it's not magic. There's a difference between magic and what I've created. Because again, it has to do with the whole color scheme powering system. So it's
like the difference between alchemy and magic.
Okay, but this is
so you dudes are alchemists.
But this isn't alchemy. It's more like in Naruto?
Yes.
When they're explaining chakra.
That's just magic.
Can I finish? When they're explaining chakra, right? And they say that external forces create what is it, outer chakra?
Go to Google and type what the definition of chakra is, and you'll find out that it's just magic.
I'm trying to explain this to you, okay?
Yeah.
So you know how they say how like you have chakra internally?
Yes.
In Naruto, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's magic.
Okay.
What I've created is all external. Like it's not happening in the body. Like it's happening in the body, but you have to intake.
I feel like our audience just saw where my face was going. That's just alchemy.
Anyway, and the other thing too is like the way I've explained it is that there are certain items you can receive that can boost said.
So is it like a power level up?
Yeah, okay. You know what? Like
it's very, video game now?
It's hard to explain this without saying a lot about it.
Because I'm really messing with you.
I know,
right
it's really messing with me. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. I've been doing a lot of reading on just like science stuff, trying to make sure I'm as accurate as physically possible.
Sciencey.
And I've also the thing with the magic stuff, the characters who do use it, I've kind of like laid out the groundwork for that kind of being trickled in at some point. Like I mean, like if this is,
are you going accurate or you're going like I'm making up my own magic kind of thing?
No, I'm kind of using like the anime concept, or like shabam,
Yeah, not like witchcraft.
Yeah. And then and obviously I've tried really hard not to make it seem kind of like diabolical.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of basically what I'm doing. And it's very hard to tread that line.
Yeah.
Obviously, but it's been interesting to see, or more like just trying to create all these mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like like when there's like a game mechanic and you're like, oh,
you know what worries me?
Yeah.
Is that like, okay, so I'm gonna say a little quick story.
Yeah.
About one time we were doing music.
Yeah.
And we used to do like little challenges where like we'd give ourselves a sample and work it out, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd obsess over one sound.
Yeah.
And then you were like, it's a hi-hat. And I'm like, that's just a shaker. And then I found you a shaker sound.
Yeah.
And it sounded exactly like the shaker.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, I just wasted an hour doing that. My biggest concern is that I read your book.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, that's just the plot of this. Well, just extra steps. That's my biggest fear.
So like, okay, yeah.
Because if you could obsess
okay, so
over one little thing.
But like the thing is like a lot more plot.
Yeah.
Like you know how the book ends.
Do I?
Yeah, I've already told you how the book ends. He doesn't even remember. This is great.
I feel betrayed by my own brain right now.
I told you how the book ends.
Yeah, and I told you I don't.
Bro, we were in the middle. Okay, so we went to, I can't remember where we were. We were in some restaurant and we were talking. This is when you convinced me to write the book. We were
in the mall eating New York fries.
Yeah, and I told you basically the whole. I gave you the author synopsis where I told you everything that happens. And then like, you should write this book.
I don't remember the ending though. Okay, I'm gonna need you to explain this at a later date. Because I don't remember.
Okay, yeah. So you know the ending. I've already told you the ending. Okay. And that kind of reveals a lot of like the plot and like just everything. I mean, you don't know all the like little details and
obviously
like all the
I want to read the book
mechanics and stuff, but you know how it starts and how it ends.
Do I?
Yeah, I just told you.
No, you didn't.
I mean,
the audience doesn't know how it starts. And
I mean, I told you already how it goes. Okay,
fine.
So you should have an idea.
All right.
But
are you PR trained or something? What is this?
You PR anyway. Getting back to the point. Yes. So yeah, no. So that's what's happened, right? And then trying to incorporate all these things into the book without making it sound
outrageous.
No, just trying to make it flow. Also, because at the rate that you're like, as you're reading, the main character is learning.
Okay.
Right. So the main character, because he's new to all of this, he's
basically he's just as new as you are.
Yeah. So he's figuring it out as the reader's figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Although all the other characters around him already know this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so it's kind of like every interaction he's trying to like learning information, learning this, learning that, being talked into doing something he doesn't want to do.
This guy's got to be gifted because he's going to forget a lot of stuff.
I mean, he has to learn it because, he's
surviving.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is this guy is hyped up on adrenaline for the entire book series?
No. It's more like the middle of the book is pretty stale, if I'm being honest.
It's stale?
I mean, in the
sense... That's not something you should be saying out loud.
I mean, in the sense of like it's calm. Like it's not.
Oh, okay.
Like there's not.
So you filler.
Like he's not. No, it's not. It's more like he's not actually like it's not life threatening.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just like we're character building, and a lot of the conversations that do happen in those chapters are more or less the main character just learning to use his abilities, being trained, learning how certain things work.
So you have
learning the whole political system of the world he's in now and how things are done.
So you basically have a training montage.
No, it's not a training montage.
Okay, so then you should turn that stale part into a training montage.
It's not a training montage because a lot of the conversations have to happen. Otherwise, things are never explained.
You montage with explanation.
You can't montage that because then that's not a montage. Also, how do you montage in a book?
Easy. He grabs the weights and gets himself ready. He picks one up. You see the veins start collecting blood. See, you can do it.
Again, but here's the thing, okay? So like,
also, I should definitely narrate your narrator.
what was I saying? No, so the biggest issue I'm running into is just having like I've done a few time jumps already.
Yeah.
Where like the character, like he starts training, time jump. Like no, it's because
you're doing the flipping Black Clover thing with Asta skinny and then Asta big.
Oh no. Okay, so here's the thing though. A lot of the like things where like I do time jumps. Oh, and I've created this really cool concept of a weapon that I love so much.
Is it like a gun, sword, spear? Did I just? Oh no!
It's really.
I'm so
it's not.
sorry. Your face looked so defeated.
I was like, what? No. You know why? Because I clicked up that time I reincarnated my smartphone where he has like that sword gun thing.
Okay.
I was like, I feel like he ripped that off. Anyway,
no, because I said spear.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm getting at is this weapon I've created, or more like this mechanic. Realistically, it's a mechanic. It's really cool, and is it
a double-sided sword, basically Wolverine claws?
No, it's not. I mean, it could be, but it's not.
I feel like it's just a sword, gun, spear.
it's not, and I'll explain to you later. Okay. But it requires knowing how the.
Okay, yeah. We'll talk about this all at a later date, guys. This is the end of this episode.
Me out doing this.
It's been very frustrating for my brother recently. These last couple of minutes, I've really pushed him through the test. Welcome to PR training.
So hard to like talk about this without spoiling anything.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy because like. No, honestly, when I said the sword, spear, gun thing, and your face just went, I was just like, did I just ruin the surprise? I felt so hurt inside. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Everything's always in the description, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Make sure to just share with your grandmother, share with your share with your donkey, share with your hamster. I don't care who you share with everybody and everything you can. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.